Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video and interact with the video as well. And as usual, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Now, that was a very comprehensive victory by West Indies, right, over South Africa in the first T20. So we're going to be going over the scores. Brilliant performances by Nicholas Pooran, Shai Hope, Alec Athenies, and Matty Ford, and a few of the bowlers. So I'm going to be sharing the details of the match with you and also sharing my thoughts on the match, right? So getting straight into it, starting with the playing level, right? So I would say the surprising selection, surprising, but at the same time, I'm sure a lot of people were disappointed, was that Alec Athenies, he came into the team ahead of Johnson Charles. And as far as the lineup that I picked, Sheriff Rutherford did play over Shimron Hetmyer. That's not a surprise, but I had expected Shimron Hetmyer to start in this one. But nevertheless, it was Rutherford that got the start. So Athenies, Hope, Pooran, Powell, Chase, Rutherford, Shepherd, Hussein, Moti, Ford, and Shamar Joseph was the starting 11. And South Africa batted first in this one. And I tell you, the bowlers got us off to a brilliant start, right? Brilliant start, taking early wickets. South Africa at one point were at 42 for 5, right? Just brilliant bowling at the beginning of the innings of by the West Indian bowlers. The pitch was offering a bit of assistance to the bowlers, and we took full advantage of that early out in the innings, right? But South Africa were able to recover, right? And I would say partly due to brilliant batting. I must give the South African batsmen credit. But partially due to poor fielding and poor bowling as well. But the South African batsmen batted well, right? So the batters for them that batted well was Tristan Stubbs, right? So he scored a brilliant 76 from 42 balls, and he was supported by Patrick Kruger, a new player in their team, but he had some big hits as well, right? So he made 44, and him and Tristan Stubbs put on a 68 run partnership, right? To get them to get the South Africans to a respectable total. So they went from being 42 for 5, and they ended up making 174 for 7, off their 20 overs, right? Bowling for us, was leading the way for us was Matthew Ford. He took 3 for 27 from his 4 overs. He was the one that got us off to a brilliant start, taking early wickets, 2 early wickets. Shamar Joseph also took 2 wickets as well. But in the back end, his last over was very expensive, and he bowled a lot of no balls as well. So a few things to be cleaned up in Shamar Joseph's bowling, especially the no ball in the T20 format. That a no ball comes with a free hit, so that definitely needs to improve. But he took 2 for 40 from his 4 overs. Was going brilliant until that last over, which I would think went for 20 something, right? Akil Hussein, he took 1 for 22 from his 4 overs. Gorakesh Moti didn't take any wickets, but he bowled 4 overs at 31 runs, right? So that was the bowling for the West Indies. South Africa 174 for 7. Looked like a very competitive total, but I tell you, our batters came out and they made light work of it. And from Shai Hope, so Shai Hope and Alec Athenies opened the batting, and that opening partnership was just brilliant, right? A huge shout out to both Shai Hope and Alec Athenies. Especially Athenies, right? Some question his selection in the T20 team, but he came in opening the batting and showed his class, showed his quality, and showed what he is capable of in the T20 format as well. Smashing. He made so Athenias made 40 from 30, right? With 3 sixes and 2 fours, and Shai Hope was made 51 from 36, right? So him and Athenias put on 84 run opening partnership. right? After the power play, we were 75 without loss. So that just goes to show you how well they batted. Smashing boundaries all over the place and rotating the strike as well. They definitely made a conscious effort to not just look for the boundaries, especially Shea Hope, not just look for the boundaries, but also try to rotate the strike and get quick singles. And they did just that. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant way to start off the innings. And that put the South African bowlers on the back foot right away, from the beginning of the innings. And then came the man of the hour. When Athenius got out, then came the man of the hour. Nicholas Nicky P. Pooran. Oh God. Pooran came out, and from the first ball, Pooran, you knew what Pooran was trying to do. You saw his intentions, and he came out and played a blistering innings, just smashing sixes all over. Right. So Pooran, he made 65 from just 26 balls, right? Smashing 7 sixes and 2 4s. Right. So that's actually 50 runs hit in boundaries, right? Nicholas Pooran was just brilliant. And there was a particular over off the left-handed seaman Andre Berger where I think he smashed 4 sixes in a row, right? Just 4 sixes consecutively. I think 25 runs came off that over. So just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant hitting by Nicholas Pooran, and which ended up in the West Indies making very light work of the 174. So West Indies got to 176 for 3, 17.5 overs. And to be honest, they could have even finished it in a lot faster than that. After a while, they were just nudging it around, trying to play in small cricket, not giving their wicket away, trying to score the runs fast, right? Or not giving their wicket away, trying to just hit boundaries, but actually playing smart cricket after they got themselves in the position of a comfortable lead. Less runs than um less runs than balls required, right? So less than a run a ball. They tried to just rotate the strike and score the run simple. But I can't say enough about Nicholas Pooran. His brilliant batting. All the batters really, the top three batters, Athenius, Hope, and Pooran, they were the ones that scored the bulk of the runs, and it was just brilliant to see. Brilliant to see, I must say. Very happy with how we batted, because I must say after that comeback by South Africa, after they were able to get to 174 for 7 after being 42 for 5, I must say I was a bit disappointed that the team that we weren't able to finish them off and restrict them to a much lower total. But at the same time, the pitch improved as the South African innings went along, and the South African batters batted smarter as well. So I must give them credit, especially Tristan Stubbs for his brilliant 72 from 46. Right. Good batting by them, but like I said earlier, it was poor, especially poor fielding by us and indiscipline in the bowling, especially Shamar Joseph with the no balls, and Romario Shepherd. He went for a lot of runs again in this one. So, but nevertheless, we were able to pull it off in the end. Quite convincingly, quite comprehensively with our batting, and so good to see that the batters stepped up and did the job for us. Quite easily in the end. It will be interesting to see what we do in the second match, right? Especially from a bowling standpoint, considering how some of our bowlers bowl, how expensive they were. Will be interesting to see if there are any changes made. But I must give a huge shout out to Matthew Ford again, right? Yeah. Ever since he's been in West Indian colours, he has a knack of taking wickets. Not the fastest bowler, but I must say he's been consistent with in terms of wicket taking, right? And we saw it again today, getting us off to a good start, and the other bowlers just chipped in and continued on that. Kind of lost it in the middle overs towards the back end also, but Matthew Ford deserves a lot of credit. And if it wasn't for Nicholas Pooran's brilliant 65 from 26, the argument can definitely be made that Matthew Ford, could have would have been named man of the match, for his 3 for 27, taking 3 important wickets, for us, right? But a victory to start the series, definitely start getting the series started off on the right foot, right? So hopefully we can just continue in this vein of form. Hopefully our batters can continue in this vein of form as well, and the bowlers can, make the adjustments needed, especially in the middle overs and towards the back end of the innings to restrict restrict them, when we have them down, right? But nevertheless, all in all, I must say a huge shout out to the team. It was a brilliant performance, and definitely happy as a fan that we were able to get the victory to start the series off with a brilliant victory. So huge shout out to the West Indies team, and definitely looking forward to see how we do in the remainder of the series. As always, that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you for tuning in. Do remember to hit the like button before you leave, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.